Hi everyone, it's Preschool Play, and I'm going to share with you today my favorite story. It's called Froggy Gets Dressed. And if you've never read the Froggy books by Jonathan London, you should really find one because it's really, really cool. He has a series of them with Froggy. Froggy Gets Dressed. It was cold. Froggy woke up and looked out the window. Snow! Snow, he sang. I want to play in the snow. Wait a minute. It's summertime. Why am I reading stories about the snow? Well, it gets kind of warm in the summertime, and sometimes you think about winter, so, a little bit of snow on a nice hot day. Thinking about it and cooling off sounds really cool. So that's what we're going to do. Snow! I want to play in the snow. Go back to sleep, Froggy, said his mother. Don't you know? Frogs are supposed to sleep all winter. Wake up when the snow melts. No, no, cried Froggy. I'm awake, awake. I want to go out and play in the snow. So Froggy put on his socks, zoop, pulled on his boots, zup, pulled on his hat, zat, tied on his scarf, zwit, tugged on his mittens, zum, and flopped back outside into the snow, flop, flop, flop. Froggy! Called his mother. What? Yelled Froggy. Did you forget to put something on? Froggy looked down. Oops, he cried. I forgot to put on my pants. He flopped back inside, flop, flop, flop. Tugged off his mittens, undid his scarf, took off his hat, pulled off his boots. He left his socks on and slipped his pants on, zip. He pulled on his boots, zup, put on his hat, zat, tied on his scarf, zwit, tugged on his mittens, zum, and flopped back outside into the snow, flop, flop, flop. Froggy! Called his mother. What? Yelled Froggy. Did you forget to put something on? Froggy looked down. Oops, he cried. I forgot to put on my shirt. And your coat, said his mother. He flopped back inside, flop, flop, flop. Tugged off his mittens, undid his scarf, took off his hat. He left his pants, boots, and socks on, and buttoned up his shirt, zut, zut, zut. Then he snapped on his coat, znap, put on his hat, zat, tied on his scarf, zwit, tugged on his mittens, zum, and flopped back outside into the snow, flop, flop, flop. Froggy! Called his mother. What? Yelled Froggy. Did you forget to put something on? Froggy looked down. He had on his mittens, he had on his scarf, he had on his coat, he had on his shirt, he had on his pants, he had on his boots, he had on his socks. He reached up, yep, he had on his hat. What could be missing? Uh-oh. Your underwear! His mother laughed. Oops, cried Froggy, looking more red in the face than green. He flopped back inside, flop, flop, flop. He tugged off his mittens, undid his scarf, unsnapped his coat, unbuttoned his shirt, unzipped his pants, pulled off his boots. He took off his socks, he left his hat on, and slipped his long johns on with a zap of elastic. Then he put on one sock, zoop, pulled on one boot, zup, tugged on one mitten, zum, started to tug on the other, and let it drop, and said, I'm too tired, and went back to sleep. And that is the story of Froggy Gets Dressed. Okay, we're going to do one little activity, and I want you to think about snow. Think about how nice and cold it is, and use your imagination. So now make believe in front of you on the table is a big pile of snow. Are you ready? Because we're going to cool off now. So put out your hands. Make a little snowball. Little tiny one. And roll it around a little bit. Roll it around. In the snow, in the snow, in the snow. Oh, it's a little bit bigger. It's about this big now. Okay, put it down. That's the snowman's bottom. Get in a little pile of snow. Little pile of snow. Little. Roll it around. Roll it. Okay, it's about that big. That's the snowman's middle. Put it there. So you have the bottom, you have the middle. And we need a head, right? Okay. Take a little one. Make that snowball. Pack it tight. Roll it around. And we have the head. Put the head on top. So we have a snowman. Now I want you to think what color hat he has to have, what color scarf, what are you going to use for the eyes, what are you going to use for the arms, does he have buttons, what else does he have, and then draw me a picture, okay? All right, I think that is good for now. So this has been Preschool Play, and I do want to see what kind of snowman you've come up with, okay? All right, take care. Bye-bye.